Good evening and welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem. I'm Marc, I'm your keeper of Arcane lore. I really hope everyone can hear everything and we should not call them Broccolivia. Okay, maybe we should, I don't know.
Broccoli? Why do we want broccoli?
I have no idea. We are playing Masks of Nyarlathotep from Call of Cthulhu, Chaosium. Our wonderful investigators, these lovely people here that you can see for the most part, except for Michelle, who plays Kathy, who we can only see the wonderful portrait. I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, so the investigators are in Egypt. We're going to have a quick recap and blah, blah, blah. And let's see if they can get their way out of this tonight before we take a break for the new year. So we'll do our usual round. Who are you? Who are you playing? And start with Ian. Get him out of the way.
I'm a professor and World War I vet. I don't want any broccoli, and I don't know what I'm doing either. And my hair is here.
Well, obviously. We wouldn't have you here if the hair wasn't this.
Well, I think you just bring me for the hair.
Exactly. I've got a whole plan for future streams, offshoots, all sorts. Lavaita, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm playing Evelyn, who's a secretary and is investigating stuff, having a fun time, not reading any more books.
Yet. I'm going to make a call. No, never mind. A Mythos pop-up book for you. Just leave it in your way. Chris, how about you?
Cthulhu colouring book.
Oh, I've got to have that already. Other than playing Rivals, who are you? Who are you playing?
I am Chris, and I usually just play Cloak and Dagger because she's OP as shit. No, sorry.
Cloak and Dagger's two people, for fuck's sake.
I know. I am playing...
Don't you dare.
Dr. Henry Elswinter, a lawyer, who has stumbled into this very odd group thanks to her former client, who was a member of the group until they left her to die in a cellar. Yeah.
What? Well, yes, that's true. They didn't leave you to that. You were, attempts were made. You were already consumed by the big fucking
I was unaware. I was never even overlapping.
This is true.
You were absorbed into the...
Thank you, Kat.
You were absorbed. You
So,
never died.
Tim, yourself?
Tim's playing Bob the Explorer. Bob's here to help people and set up exploring.
Very nice. And last but most certainly not least, Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle, and seeing as we're going down our histories in this particular area, former Baptiste main on Overwatch before I went to shit, current Iron Man main on Marvel Nemesis, not on Marvel Rivals rather, and I'm playing Kathy Bacon, who is probably what could be described as a former actor at this point, but she hasn't accepted that yet.
Well, there's still time.
Well, she spends most of her time not going for roles and chasing international paranormal activity. So I think at this point it's probably more accurate to say she is a former actor, but she has not faced that reality as yet. So she's too busy running for her life in various means. So yeah, let's ruin her life or make her a hero, whichever way this game's going to go.
Okay.
She'll find herself a producer and writer by the end of this, or
Probably.
dead.
Yeah,
She's still very much performing. Such performing.
Yeah, but usually two men to make them do things, which is not, to be honest, not that far away from what she was doing before, to be honest.
So the last time where we had it was a little bit more actiony than usual, with August taking a day at the museum with Dr. Ali Gafur and Bob helping to protect the Girdle of Nitocris with some very, very old guardians who could fight, which, true, but old. Girdle of Nitocris was attacked by a hunting horror, which, after a short bout of insanity where Bob lost his sight, he managed, with the help of the others, to fight it off, eventually using the sword of the fallen leader of them, which was able to magically cut through its magical armour. This left Bob, though, in a rather incomplete state, we'll say, and he was taken quickly to the hospital.
Survivor might be a better way.
Yeah. With August doing some research with Dr. Kafur, who's very excited actually to be having someone who was as interested as he was in helping him. They found themselves attacked by what do you call it? Dimensional Shambler. Which, had the GM set it up properly, they would have seen the statue of it at the beginning of the session, but no. August was able to take care of a Dimensional Shambler despite having some harm done to him by destroying the statue and thereby banishing it. He was then also taken to the hospital, whereas the ladies were all out on a little jaunt to the countryside, to a plantation, talking with Omar Shakti, who was very, very pleasant to them. Helped them out with knowledge and funding for a movie and all sorts of things. On their way back, they saw people who worked in the fields with certain tattoos, an upside down ankh, heading off towards Giza. Once they got back to the hotel, they heard about their companions being in hospital. They rushed over, with Kathy being extremely grateful to see that.
Mahmoud.
Yeah, thank you. That Mahmoud Bacon Bits
How
was
dare you?
alive and well.
How dare you,
No,
sir, forget his child's name?
and didn't forget his name. Something popped up on my screen, and I was reading it. So, as they were lying in, as they were lying in hospital, in all of their pain, knowing that they have to do something to get rid of the, or to take care of the girdle of Nitocris, to stop the ceremony from waking her up and allowing her to cause untold damage. Dr. Aligafura offered to sacrifice some of his own power in order to heal both Bob and Augustus. Along with the help of Henry, Evelyn, and Kathy, who gave up some of their, I said power at the time, but we're saying magic points. And they left them there that night to heal.
Wait, we took away. I took like 10 off my power. Should
Yeah,
I,
and I said put that back, and you should read the chat, woman. Put that back. Take 10.
I was busy. I was doing drugs.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That night, the ritual takes about an hour and a half. At the end, Cthulhu's exhausted. The three of you are exhausted. The poor wee wounded soldiers are unconscious in bed. Bacon Bits is terrified and curled up next to Kathy. You all decide to sleep there for the night while some people are sent to get your gear from the hotel, as it's judged to now be unsafe. Augustus, Bob, throughout the night, you twist and turn, and you feel your wounds knitting together at a pace much faster than ever could have been. I want you both to give me a sanity roll, please.
Oh dear. Times 2.
You can both lose one sanity as this feeling of your flesh knitting together, your bones maybe restructuring slightly to allow yourself to heal. It worms its way into your sleep, and you have nightmares that, although you can't remember them when you wake up, stay with you.
Was it an itch?
I'm sure it will be. You've probably scratched yourself raw and it's healed as well, which just adds to the insanity of it. This is, you know, you've seen a lot of unnatural things. Generally, it's monsters and things like this. There's things like that. But this is your own body. You're lying under the covers. You're sweating. You're falling asleep. You're waking up. You feel things moving over and through your body. And generally, a bad time would have been had by all. Am I dropping out the sound? I apologise.
No, you've been pretty good so far.
You were dropping a little bit earlier, but then you stopped.
Okay.
And I can imagine, because Bob had a large-sized hole through the middle of his gut, all the stuff entwining and regrowing. Yeah, I can see him being in pain all night and lots of what the fuck. So
Yeah, so I think losing the one sanity where you get all your health back is absolutely fine.
at which point do I break into insanity as my sanity keeps going down?
I think it is 1/5 of your total sanity in a day. But there's some things we'll need to look into.
Yeah, okay.
So this will be a new day, so this won't count to what you lost the day before, the other one. But don't worry, we've got plenty of opportunities today.
Thank you.
Sun comes up, and you two are awake before everyone else. The room smells, the air in the room smells still somehow medicinal. Bacon Bits has his thumb in his mouth and is sucking it, which, if he knew you'd seen that, he'd probably slit your throats. He's a nice guy, but he's got a rep to maintain. The door bursts open. Dr. Kufur comes in, excited. When he left, he looked exhausted, and it's only been maybe 6-7 hours since he's gone. Now his hair is a little bit unkempt. He is very excited to see you. My friends, I found something. And all of you wake up.
What? Wait, I've got to get my mask on. I reach and I pull out like a beauty mask and I put it on. Now, darling, what were you saying?
I did. First thing first. Bob, Augustus, are you both okay?
I didn't sleep very well, but yeah, other than it looks, and he's actually feeling his wounds and looking where they were. That's kind of incredible, but weird as fuck.
I've taken worse, but how did you do this? Like, I can't believe this happened. Like, what did you do to do this? Well, did I sign a pact with the devil?
No, my friend, no. Magic is dangerous, but can be useful. This was not something I would usually do, but given our situation, you see he's got a couple of very large books under his arm. Given our situation, I judged it necessary. It will be some time before I recover from this. In fact, even your friends should probably take it as lightly as possible for the next few days. I'm sure you're all very tired. But Augustus, I need to show you this. And he slams a book down onto your bed, just missing your leg. And he opens up and skims through it until you see the girdle of Nitocris, so depicted, and you see a depiction of the crown and of the the necklace. They can be destroyed.
How do we destroy it? These are the 3 items.
They are all different. They are all different ways to destroy things. I can destroy the girdle. I can get the things that we need to do so. It will take me time.
Let's not waste any time. What do we need to get to destroy this fucking girdle?
He says something in Arabic, and it says, Space Mead, and whoever wants can roll a Cthulhu Mythos just on its own to see if they understand that reference.
I do not.
Fail.
So as a result of that, Kathy says, mead, like booze.
Not quite.
Mark, can you just check the rolls?
What? Wait, seriously?
Evelyn, critical hard success, rolled on 1 out of 3.
Oh, I'm in so much trouble for this.
And I was gonna spend the luck to succeed. I only failed by 4, so.
Okay, first of all, I would like you, Evelyn, before we move on, to drop your permanent sanity by 1 and raise your Cthulhu Mythos by 1. And he says the space mead. And this isn't something that you have looked up before. You know, you've not been doing all this stuff for terribly long. But on the boat, you had some experiences. And give me a very wee second. Because
The dreams, such dreams of mad landscapes.
yeah, I didn't actually expect any of you to pass the things roll there, because that would be...
To be fair, I didn't either. I was just rolling out of dumb luck. But
This is
Yeah.
what happens when you let players roll for things. Sometimes they succeed.
Well, yes, and I should be prepared for that, but, you know,
Fall
Cthulhu
out
Mythos
the
is
hard
one of
way.
them. You see
Evelyn is the expert on Cthulhu.
a substance in your mind. You see...
have we lost Mark? This.
Am I disappeared
I've
or
not
something?
lost.
Oh, back.
I've not lost Mark.
I think my internet
Alex,
connection
it's-
might be fucked or something.
I heard him. Talk slower and closer to your microphone.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
You see creatures unlike anything you've ever... anything you've ever thought of before. Things that make your eyes crawl to see them. They don't fit the physicality that you would normally, that you are used to. And your mind bends around what you see, and you see a pool or a basin full of this liquid that is flecked with gold and moves in a way that is unlike any liquid you've seen. You don't know how to make it, but you know that this comes from other, not gods, but other creatures. And your face shows this to everyone else as it becomes, it takes on a haunted look.
Evelyn, darling, you look like you just had 14 shots.
Cthulhu looks at you.
Have you got 14 shots?
I have 11.
Are you okay, my dear?
I kind of had a moment that felt very strange. I kind of got a vision of. I can't fully explain it right now.
He puts his hand in your head and looks in your eye. I see you've seen things too.
Oh, God, I
Don't worry about the space
wish
meat.
I hadn't.
Quick, Evelyn.
No.
Don't
what?
worry. Don't worry about the space meat, as it is called. I can create it. It will take me some time, but I can do so. But the other
So that-
sorry.
Is that how we destroy the girdle? Is with this? What are you saying? The space meat?
Space mead.
Mead.
Mead, a sweet drink.
Absolutely stupid name for it. However, there's something else we can do, something more immediate, something that is worth the pains we took to bring you all back, to bring you back to full health. Bob, you were given a sword, were you not?
Yes, and he holds it up.
He opens the book and again shows it first of all to August before anyone else. And it's you can see the texture. You don't understand all of it, but he's pointing out to you. It is extremely difficult to destroy Nitocris' body. One of the things that can do so is your sword. It can cut her into pieces at least. Those pieces could still be put back together, but it would make it much more difficult to do so and might give me the time I need to destroy the girdle. Give me an intelligence roll, please, Augustus.
Extreme success. 14 out of 75.
As you're looking at this book and he's telling Bob about how the sword goes, which his name I've forgotten because I'm an idiot, you see a name, Nodens. And it rings a bell, Nodens. And it rings a bell to you. You remember the mask that you took from downstairs at the Juju house? You did a little bit of research into it. The what's it called? Hayama. one of the things that came up was about Nodens, and it was stories that you found mainly. But here it's telling you that Nodens is an enemy of Nyarlathotep. And it says here that Nodens has the power to destroy bodies like this.
What is a Nodin?
Nodin is another entity like Nyarlathotep. That's why you'd only really had stories.
And Nodin and Nyarlathotep don't get on, is that right?
They do not.
Then in that case, Nodin sounds like our best fucking friend. We need to go find this thing, wherever it is, and talk to it.
So how do we find a Nodin?
Nodens, as you're looking through and you're thinking back to your research with your process, there's something to do with that mask, to do with summoning Nodens.
I take it it's not simple as just taking a mask and just saying hello into it a few times.
I think that would be...
No, that would just be simple. That would be a simple and reasonable way of getting in touch with a god.
So basically, we need to go to storage and get the mask out.
No, the mask, I think you would have had the mask with your stuff. Is what I'm thinking, because storage would be... they were, I said before, they were bringing your things over.
Yeah, I just didn't think we'd keep it in our hotel room.
Well, where else we've not really been anywhere. And there's things
I
you
paid a
would
man to put it in the
probably want to
basement
take.
in the safe. It was perfectly safe.
It was in a safe in the hotel room.
Those were the books.
I
So you
paid a
left the
guy.
mask in there with it, I would suppose.
I paid a guy to put them in the safe in the basement. These hotels always have a secure safe in the basement. That's where a regular guest with important items, like cocaine or papers, store their most valuable possessions. It was the safest place in Cairo.
Now, if I remember right, this mask, when I touched it back in New York, like I had to make a sanity check, like, and it wasn't like, it was like dark, foreboding, evil feeling.
This is just something you've noticed, not something you need to do. It's just an option that you have.
I got a really great feeling out of that mask. Anybody want to try it on?
No.
See everybody's jumping towards this.
Well, if we need someone to try it on and none of you are brave enough to do it, I'll do it.
Kathy, behave. What does it say about the mask, Doctor?
I think we're trying to find Nobins.
Nodens. Nodens.
Yeah.
Cthulhu looks at you. It is possible to ask these entities for help, but the cost. This Nodens, he is an enemy of Nyarlathotep, I believe. He may help you for free, but I would not count upon it.
Knowing what little and seeing the things that we have seen, I suspect the price will be not cash.
Is Nodins a man?
Nodens is an entity beyond understanding.
Yes, but does he have a penis?
I do not think that is anything that could be construed by Nodens, just like Cthulhu. The reproductive system is not the same as it is for humanity.
What I'm saying is,
mammals in general.
if I laid on the...
Oh, you meant that? I thought you meant like a collection, like stamps or something.
Oh, Evelyn.
Kathy, it is impossible for you to flirt with a god and get them to do what you want. These are not human gods.
Thing I'm good... That's the one thing I can do. That's where all of my points are on my sheet.
Well, luckily you don't come into contact with gods all that often, or elder beings.
Okay, so we need to talk to the Nodins, Tim Nodins, about...
This is a possibility. That's if Ali takes a book and looks over. The Nodens can give you the ability to destroy it, yes, but
or we have to hack her body to bits with the sword that Bob has acquired.
Even just one bit would be fine. We cannot cut it with normal by normal means. Take something, take the head, and take it away and hide it. And if they cannot put it together, then that is one extra step.
So basically, from storage and try to contact Nobins. The Nobin. I'm not sure. It's an entity. And to find out how we can destroy the girdle and the crown, which we do not know where it is. Or
we do know what it is.
Is it an amulet or a necklace?
Necklace.
Do we know where the crown is? I thought we didn't know.
Yes, that's under the Sphinx.
Oh, I didn't know that. I forgot. Excuse me.
It's okay.
Okay. So there's a crown under the Sphinx.
There's a whole thing. That's where they took the body under the Sphinx.
Well, I think chopping up things and running away with them sounds a whole lot easier.
Yes, but Bob, darling, you've only just recovered from having a hole in you.
But they are fully recovered. They're not. It's not like if they'd healed and been in hospital for months. They are magically healed.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, Kathy's been like...
Yeah.
Very recently, you had a hole in you. You want to go and get another one that fast?
That's what we're about. That's why we're here.
True.
Ian, I put a wiki thing for Nodens in there if you want to see if Augustus has any information from it.
Well, I'd be inclined to suggesting giving this god a call. You know, if we're getting into a god fight, best to have our own god.
I don't feel like sitting around here waiting for something to do. They attacked us, and before they can get time to regroup, we should be going after them. And that is the quickest and easy.
Foot pulls out a table and puts out I'd already shown you this map. I think I don't know if he'd shown everyone of the pyramids at Giza and the Sphinx, and he'd shown you where he thinks there's an entrance near the Sphinx. I think this might be the way in. I know there are more, but this might be the one that is the easiest. At the moment, there are digs there. There are, how do you say, tourists. If we get you there, maybe you can go in under disguise. We can get you clothing to disguise yourselves. We can get you what you need. We need to keep this quiet. But I think we can do this. If we can prevent the Brotherhood from resurrecting the Talkers, we have definitely put a spanner in the works. What do you think?
I think if you can give us the resources and the ability to get there, we should be able to do the rest.
What kind of expeditions are occurring there at the moment, if I may ask?
The British, the French, they are always wanting to dig around the pyramids.
All right. Would that not be a possibility to blend in?
Yes, we said we'd get you clothing to make you... But then the problem with going to one of the digs is that people may not know you.
How many people do you think that the Brits actually know?
Why would you actually go to a dig when the place you need to go isn't in a dig?
Because I'm doing a tour of the African countries, and here I am to see the working man. The working British man. I'm sure the name Kathy Bacon still has some sway amongst the common man.
Kafir looks at you. It is better for you to go unknown. You do not need to take part in anything. There are enough people there that you're hidden just by dressing alike. There's no need to go to...
Even better. I know how to disguise myself and others.
It's to having you not talk to others as we sneak through might be the problem. And he looks with a sly smile.
Was one where I only had 2 lines of dialogue, I'll have you know, Bob. I can perform with words or without.
The thing is, we don't want you performing, we want you sneaking. Sneaking
is just another form of performance.
Okay. I hope you perform gloriously.
Are you willing to undertake this? I will take
I
the
immediately
girdle.
start going through my box of disguises that I brought with me from my home and just start to hold things up to the light to try and work out what's best and just be like, I'm way ahead of you.
From what I can ascertain, I do not think they have, judging by the moon, any rituals in the next couple of days. But I would suggest you go during the daytime where it's unlikely they will be there.
Yes, we should probably scout out the area during the day and then maybe come back. Is it the sliver
I
of the
would
moon?
not go during the night. There will be many cultists there at night. Go during the day and do what you need to do.
I just thought maybe something would be revealed. Isn't it the sliver of the moon before the new moon?
Yes, but you would need to wait on that as well.
Sometimes
not
you can
tonight.
see the moon in the morning.
Yeah.
Whilst you've been doing that, Kathy has been using some of the theatrical makeup and paints that she brought with her, and now she turns around and her face looks just like she is covered in a bit of dirt and has just been working all day. She just points her face going, ah?
That is an excellent start as Bob is cleaning his pistol out. And do you have anything larger than a pistol that might
I'm
be
sure we
entertaining
can
for our friends?
get you something. Weapons are not usually my domain, but
Grenades?
Yeah, the sword will definitely go with us, but something to thin the crowd out before we get to the body. If needed. Preferably, we won't have to use any of them.
Haven't you still got that sword, Bob?
What was that?
Haven't you still got a massive sword?
Yeah, I still have the sword, and he's holding it up, but we will be taking that with us too, but I don't want to be hacking many people if I have to. Let's hope we can sneak through.
Either jumping out of the way or just taking them out.
I just prefer guns.
No comment. Okay.
He is American after all.
Okay, you said that. I didn't say that.
so. What do you wish to do?
I'm
Well,
going
if
to
you
use
can
my
get us-
master... Oh. Sorry.
So we can get ourselves to leave this evening, I believe.
I would not go in the evening. Again, that is when it's more likely for the cultists to be there.
Bright and early.
My
Oh.
suggestion would be very simple. We use the day today to prepare. We should go ahead. I'm pretty sure the two gentlemen in our group have had their experiences. I assume you both served in the Great War.
Oh, yeah.
I did not.
Oh, okay.
I was in college.
But you do know your way around a rifle. or a
Yes.
gun.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So I would suggest that we do. It's smart. We go during the day. We have a look
Look of
around.
shock on Bob's face. He said smart. She said smart.
We scout ahead. Maybe a part of us from the distance, while those of us who are more unassuming could probably blend into the touristy crowds. We have a look around.
We do
meet
not have
back here
time
in
for
the
this. You do
evening.
not want to. You do not want to blend in to touristy crowds. You need to get rid of the body as quickly as possible.
I feel like there's a great entity telling me that we need to just go there and chop the body up.
No, you can do that. You can leave. It is up to you. However, I would not waste time, as there will be, what you call it, in the coming days, rituals performed.
In the coming days does not mean today or tomorrow, does it?
That is absolutely fine, but you need to make your. I do not know what Omar Shakti has decided to do about you as yet. We have not seen anyone watching.
I would like to do a disguise roll, please.
Roll disguise.
Using my Master of Disguise ability, I can spend 10 luck points to gain a bonus die to disguise on art
Maybe
and
leave
craft.
it when you go to actually need the disguise.
I thought we were going to start doing stuff now, so I
Well,
thought I'd get
supposedly not. People are wanting to scout out from the distance and everything else. So
Not from the.
if I do a good disguise now, I can do the scouting out from. I can just walk around and be not noticed.
yeah, you got
My
it.
theory.
You could definitely. If you want to roll that, what we'll do is we'll carry it over for when you need it. So you can roll it just now.
All right, my luck is down to 60, so I get a bonus die on this roll.
And you can remember we've got bonuses if you want to take one.
I think I will take as many bonuses as possible to get a good roll for this.
You can take two.
Well, I don't need one because I succeeded.
You already took it.
So what I've gone for is I've gone for the most unassuming regular woman in Cairo look, and I look up after I've done and look to everyone and say, "I've got an idea."
As you say
Bob
that,
shakes
you
his head.
notice Mahmoud has done up as with bright red lips and blush and everything else. He's done it perfectly.
Oh, Mahmoud, darling, you would do really well in Soho. That whole scene is
So,
it's crying out. But look,
tell me your plan.
is it agreed that I look like? Well, my plan is that I blend in, which is what he wanted me to do. So here I am, blending in. Now it's about where you want me to go, what you want me to do when we get there. So what should I be doing?
Do you have? You said you had disguises. Can you get some for the rest of us? We'll make our way to the area and try to enter in and take care of it as soon as possible.
I start throwing bits of fabric at everyone and say, right, put these on.
You can, if you're getting help from Kathy, you can do a disguise roll plus 20%.
I thought he was going to help us with getting
Well, you
some
get your clothes
stuff.
and stuff, but if you want to be disguised
Yeah.
like Kathy is, like no one will notice Kathy.
I think I'll rely on stealth rather than disguise.
Okay.
I think I'm going to do both. You know, Bob's pretty big. He's kind of hard to hide. So what can we do?
So as he gets you things, 'cause you wanted some stuff, the what do you call him? Ahmed Al Dahabi from Ibn Turn comes in the afternoon, or later in the morning because it was quite early, with a box of things including 2 shotguns, several knives, clothes which would be like everyday clothes, and 2 sets of cultist robes, lightly blood smeared.
Did you say shotguns?
Yep, 2 shotguns.
Henry grabs one of them. What kind of shotguns are we talking here? Pump action or double barrel?
It would be double barrel, I think there.
All right. Henry picks up the shotgun, looks at. So, are we doing this?
Well, I think that's the best plan. Let's.
So you're checking out for the day, leaving in the evening, or do you want to wait about in the evening and see if any cultists turn up, and then set out the next day?
That sounds like a one plan.
Well, what you need to tell me what you want to do.
No, I'm looking at the group. So do we want to just go, and if we find the way in, go?
We could just
think-
go in during the day, and if we can get in, just go in.
I think that's the best plan because the more waiting around we have, the more chances we have of being rumbled or screwed over.
or they do something. So
There is absolutely nothing against taking one day, right? You've got at least 2 days before the rituals start again. Yeah, you don't know if there's going to be a ritual in between. Like, there's no... according to Cthulhu, he was looking it up, trying to work out when they would be. And as Augustus said, it goes by the moon very often. Yeah? And in 2 nights, there'll be the thing for the new moon. So you have the time for that, but you don't know if there's going to be something before that. You don't know if they have something out with, which is why he was suggested to go during the day.
Yeah, we're going to go during the day.
It sounds like we should go as soon as possible.
Right, but you're now well into the morning. So what do you want to do? Do you just want to take the day to rest up? Do you want one or two of you to go out there dressed up to have a look, see the people moving about, doing stuff, see if you can find the entrance?
Why don't we have a couple people go and
I'd be
scout
willing
it
to
out?
go.
And
Yeah, I'll
take a
go
look
out.
around. Just scout it out for us. And then we need to either stash this girdle somewhere.
No, the Cthulhu was saying he would take it. He was going to take it. He will be leaving Cairo with it. Going to not too far away, but somewhere that he can work in a laboratory to try and create this space mead.
Alexandria is only a couple of hours away.
No, it's
Alright,
somewhere.
I'm going to go out
Somewhere of
undisguised
his, there's a house that he has outside of things where he has a lab and things like that. He is a
I'm pretty well
sorcerer.
disguised, so I could go out and do the scout out in the morning. But I wouldn't want to do
come
it
with you.
alone.
Miss Kathy,
Ah.
I come with you.
Yes, but we should probably get you a different shade of rouge for this kind of expedition, Mahmoud. Although you do look delightful.
Yeah, that's much more a nighttime look.
Yes, we'll get you all trained up on all of this, I'm sure, before we leave. But let me just try some things. I rub. You can't see me, but I'm rubbing some of the older stuff off and making him look a bit more of a natural look.
You get them all looking good, right? So a couple are going to go and see. You want to see where the entrance is, or just checking it out? Who's going? Who's staying?
I'm going, obviously.
Augustus, are you
I'm
want to
going.
go to check things out, or you want to stay with the
Yeah, I'll
books?
go with.
You want to go with?
I was thinking of staying with the books because I thought maybe we could research something, but I feel like it might be better served to go there so we can see what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, you served in the war, so you are the only one that really has any military sort of thing. So that's a bonus thing for that. You're the only one that is able to read hieroglyphs. So again,
Only one to be able to be what?
hieroglyphs.
Oh yeah, so it's probably best for me to go. I'll go.
right. So Kathy, Evelyn, Augustus, you head out. You get I know that's what you're suggesting, Chris. That's why I changed my mind and said, let's do it. Yes, I apologise. You were correct. I was wrong. You head out. You get a car supplied by Cthulhu from the university, and you drive out. And you do see so the early form of tourists. There's some setting up the cameras with their, the massive flashes, taking their pictures in the sun. You even see a couple of children that seem to be attached to the digs. Who I want you to give me a spot hidden roll as you go searching for this entrance.
I failed.
That's okay. We get 2 hard successes.
I got a hard success.
Evelyn, as you are making your way around the Sphinx, I don't know if you'd been near it before.
No.
Only playing Assassin's Creed.
It is quite a stunning object. As you make your way around, you're keeping your eye open because obviously these things aren't going to be easy to find otherwise. it would have been found already. But if we were giving you a couple of pointers as well. So I'm just checking to make sure where this fucking thing is.
Before has nothing to do with my hard success.
Definitely not. He just whispered to Kathy, and Kathy messed up. You find near one of the paws, and a bit that's shaded, you notice some very light, so bas relief hieroglyphs. It's like something that's probably been studied before, but not much has been done with.
Are we in the car and looking? From
No,
a
you would have gotten
distance,
out.
or
No,
are we
sorry. You would have
walking
gotten
around?
out there walking around. Sorry, the car brought you. And sorry, not my fault.
So I guess we'll just. I mean, we can always. I mean, is it just crowds standing around?
Just people
admiring
walking
the
around,
space?
admiring. Yeah, there's, unless you do something very strange, like people go over to it, and as long as they're not like rubbing themselves up against it, no police or anything says much. But where you are just now is quiet. There's no one really there.
But people are walking around, so we wouldn't look at a place just walking up to that area and maybe having a conversation while
Yep.
we look at the hieroglyphs. So we just say, hey, let's have a chat over here, and then I need a little bit of time to take a look at these symbols.
Does anyone see anything? I can't see anything unusual. I don't see any cultists or anything.
Well, I see these idiot tourists using a flash in daytime in flipping Egypt.
Mark, would it be
that was me
possible?
being stupid. Yeah.
Well,
Would it be possible to take a rubbing or anything of the hieroglyphs?
Yes,
Or I
it
can
would
take all
indeed.
of it? So we don't have to, so we have time to be able to decipher it if we need to.
That is a
I'll
very, very, very
try
good
and-
idea.
I'll try and stand in front of you in a way so that it's hard
Yeah, we
to
can-
see what you're doing.
If we
whilst you
both
make
stand
the
in front of
rubbing.
August and have a chat, then no one will see whatever he's doing behind.
Yeah.
Give me a luck roll, please. Just for fun.
Who?
Who's got the lowest luck?
My luck is currently 60.
Mine's pretty good, so it's probably you.
Mine's 62.
So
I got-
60 is the lowest luck.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's good for us. Success!
58 under 60. A policeman in uniform, obviously sweating, starts to walk by. No one's walked here in a good few minutes, and sees you, kind of peers and looks at you, then nods and just walks off. As Augustus wraps up his rubbing. And Augustus, you see that it's 13 different glyphs. You need to have a look at them to see what it's actually going to do.
Can I,
Yeah.
just by glancing at this spot, can I glance at them just really quickly and maybe have some idea, or do you think it's something that I would have to investigate further?
You from understanding them, you get the what? How high is your hieroglyphics?
It's 25.
Give me a roll. There you go.
Success. 24 under 25.
Check you out with the hieroglyphic skills.
You're
Yeah.
able to actually, you get what each one means. You do not know what they mean in conjunction. That will take a little bit more. But you are able to like get things out, like the stele, something about breath, something death, something madness.
Wonderful.
But
All right.
otherwise, you don't see
just
any
think
cult
that-
activity. Sorry?
Hmm?
I said you
What
don't
did
see
you
any
say?
cult activity or anything, so...
Okay. I just
um,
whisper those words to them, and I roll the rubber up and said, "Okay, have we a secret door or some entrances here? Is that what we're implying by having this discolored area of the foot? We got our spot hidden.
You've got some. Where he's in. If there's nothing else, we should maybe get back to the
Let's-
hospital.
Can we look around the wall really quickly to see if there's something there? Because we're looking for an entrance. We know this, so
Yes, you can.
All right.
But with your spot hidden, I mean, you both got the hard successes. You can tell that something's been moved here. You're not quite sure. You don't see a seam or anything else, but you can tell that something's moved. You know, there must be a way to open it. Maybe you just need more time.
Do any of the symbols have anything unusual about any of them? Like, well, you know, like pushed or, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's...
Yeah, when you were doing the rubbing, no, you didn't notice that. Give me a power roll, though.
Oh,
What'd you get?
fail on the power roll. 93 over my 75. I could push luck.
You
but
could spend the luck, yeah.
I'll spend the luck. Why not?
So with power roll, you spending the luck. You don't see an opening, but you feel, you know, like you're standing really near a door that has some kind of electrical lock or something, and sometimes you can feel the buzz of the electricity, like if something's open or whatever. Like maybe the hair in your arm stand on end.
Is it like an electrical field or like a magical field?
It doesn't feel electrical to you. But you know, they're going over the hieroglyphs, and just standing here, you have... It's a feeling that maybe you also came across in the museum. Yeah, something not earthly.
I whisper to them,
Yep.
there's something here. I don't know what it is. There's something giving off an aura or a feeling. Do any of you see anything or feel anything?
You can
I
give me
recruit the lady.
You can give me power rolls, ladies.
Go, Kathy.
Hard
Kathy,
success. I am powerful.
you walk closer to where Augustus made these rubbings. You put your hand towards it, and you feel this. And as you move your hand about, you feel. If you go one way, there's less of the feeling. It starts to ebb, and if you go the other way, for a good meter or two, it feels much stronger before it starts to ebb away again.
Under my breath, I just say, Evelyn, August, Evelyn, get over here.
Kathy, why are you walking from side to side like that?
Put your hand out and feel this. Do you feel it?
No, but I trust if you do.
There's something
feel it.
here. I don't know what it is. There's something here, right where my hand is.
So you feel it too. I don't know what this is, though. Can I push on that area? When we push on the wall?
It feels like stone.
Maybe we have to say what's in the hieroglyphs.
There's something maybe behind it. I don't know. This is so strange.
Wait a second. We've come to a very, very ancient monument in the middle of the desert. You're feeling a weird buzzing off it, and you want to get closer to that buzzing.
Yes.
Okay.
Does this feel pleasant or unpleasant, Mark?
Neither. It just feels I think to Kathy it would probably feel pleasant because Kathy's quite wild and interested in new things.
I want to suspect that this is our entrance, but I'm not sure. Maybe it opens during a different time of day. Maybe it opens if something comes in proximity to it. I don't know what this is.
Well, it sounds like we found our spot anyway.
Yeah.
I try to, with my mind, over and over again, yelling, open. Can I try and open it with my mind?
You try that for as long as you want and nothing happens.
Try it in Arabic, Kathy.
Do it for a couple of days.
I will try very briefly, not for a couple of days, to do the same thing again in Arabic.
Nothing happens.
No, this is not... If this is weird magic, I'm not. I don't have any of that magic to do anything with this. But there's something here. Let's note down exactly the location on the map.
I'm thinking we need an idea roll. What do you think?
I think if you were to go back, maybe you could ask someone more knowledgeable, or do some research yourself.
I'm sure Henry has the answer, so we'll go back and see Henry.
Are there any unique markings near this particular spot where I'm feeling something?
The hieroglyphs.
Just the hieroglyphs. Okay.
And they say breath.
No,
death,
they say lots of things. Just
Oh, I know, but
what's the nearest?
at first glance, you told me that.
yes, at first glance, they're the ones that stand out to you. But
August, make a note of the one that is closest to this spot.
Oh yeah,
they're all around that spot.
Okay, so it's just that we have a wall, a bas relief of a bunch of hieroglyphs, and we took a rubbing of it very quickly. So we'll just roll that up, throw it in my backpack.
And in the middle of these hieroglyphs, there is a magic spot of some kind.
Not quite in the middle, but yeah.
All right. Well, is there anything else we need?
No, I think this suffice. I think we should go back and tell the others, and maybe
right.
we can get Kafar to help us out.
All right, Agnat, remember, we are dumb tourists being dumb, so let's be dumb and tourists. And so I would like to use my acting skills to appear to act like a dumb tourist.
Right.
Pull up my camera
If
and
you
start
fail
taking
this, it fucks up, just so you know, because you don't need to act to get out of this, but if you really want to roll, if it fucks up, it fucks up.
Oh no.
Success!
No one can tell that you, with these two foreigners, are a foreigner. It's absolutely uncanny.
Wow. I think Kathy's looking for tick marks on her skin.
I think so as well. That's how she can roll if she wants.
I wasn't honestly thinking about that. I was not thinking of that. I just thought it would be funny.
It was fun.
As we're leaving, I might say to Kathy, do you think we should ask that policeman in case he's seen anything?
Now, what have I told you about the police, Evelyn?
What have you told me about police, Kathy?
Police are agents of the state to protect the capital and to keep the workers away from the means of production.
Yeah, but this one might know if there's
Back to
been...
the people in the hospital while this conversation is going on.
I overhear this
At this
conversation.
point-
I think you're
oh,
always
good. At this
running
point-
with the police. You're always running with the police, so I don't know what you're saying.
So
Only if they're attractive, August.
Henry, Bob, you have got this stuff. You've got the hold of the weapons that were brought. Is there anything you're wanting to do while they're out gallivanting?
Look for a hacksaw.
Do you want a hacksaw?
Just a shot. I was gonna shorten the shotgun.
Oh my god.
What right, so for me, what would that do mechanically for it? Is it just for flavour or
Flavor mostly,
Yeah,
so you
then-
can carry it around.
the Al-Dahabi is still very much a fan of yours, so he gets you one, you're able
Right.
to break it down. All goes well.
Yep.
Henry, is there anything you want to get done well?
That way you're not barrel shotgun around. So
Henry? Is Henry dead?
Prepare for the. No, Henry. Is
Sorry, I
not
didn't
dead,
hear you at
Henry.
all, mate. Apologies.
Just the same. Prepare for the next day.
Right, anything specific you want to do or be ready for?
Just make sure that my weapons work and that I have enough of ammo, and do a bit of maybe reading up and catching up and washing myself.
Hey
All
Bob,
goes
like when? Oh, I think Bob's distracted. But when we want to have a way. Oops, we're going down underneath a sphinx. Maybe we want to prepare, because isn't this all kind of treacherous? You know what I mean? Like they had to excavate all these passages and these things. Now I'm pulling from my natural geographic memory right now of like them going to these places. Maybe we'd want to have ropes. And
But yeah,
things.
sorry, that was one of the things Al-Dahabi would have brought for you as well, because they understand this too. They don't have the manpower to send with you after what happened the other night. But you're given torches, so like not mechanical torches, not electric torches. You're getting the torches being light up or lanterns. You get some rope things like that. Anything, you also get some rations and things to take with you in case it takes longer than you expect. Can you think of anything else you might need?
Basic stuff like that. If it comes up, we'll just negotiate with the storyteller at that time. Do we have it or not? So, like, do I have that many new?
Roll luck for a grenade.
Yeah.
They do not have grenades.
What do you mean they don't have grenades?
They are from a mosque, a hospital. That's the shotguns is me being extremely generous.
I would like to take this opportunity to send Mahmoud away.
Okay, where are you sending him to?
So I kneel down in front of him and say, Mahmoud, I don't think we're going to be around in Egypt for long. We're about to do something very dangerous, and it would not sit well with my conscience to put you in any more danger than I already have. So what I have done is I have placed a not insignificant amount of money into this school, and I hand over a card with the address on it, and I say, I do not expect you to give up your life on the streets. Sounds like the streets are giving you an education that has been very useful for you. However, I would also like you, alongside your studies of the streets, to also start studying these books. And when you graduate and you hit 18 years old, you will be an amount of money will be released to you to do with what you will, so you can make the life that you would actually want. What do you say to all that?
Yes.
Mahmoud, would you like to carry a torch into the pyramid with us?
Get back, August!
He looks at you and you can tell he feels kind of betrayed, but grateful too. But I can help you. I come with you. I help.
Mahmoud, I want you to live a full life.
But these places very small. Sometimes I can get through. I find ways for you. I help you.
Okay, you can come, as long as you promise that after we're done, whatever happens, you're going to leave, and alongside your studies on the streets of Cairo, you will also attend this school.
I promise. I promise. So,
All right.
Where is this happening amongst all of us, or was it separate?
I just think
Yeah.
we'd be in a
Also at the
corner
hospital.
somewhere away from
Yeah.
the wall. But Mahmoud, if we're all going to die, you're running away. Do you understand?
yes, Mac moved very fast. I not die.
Do not die at this place. And Marc, if Mahmoud does not make it, I will fly to Austria, and I will graffiti your house.
You invited Mahmoud to come with you into the belly of the Sphinx.
Because you told me to.
No, I didn't. I know Mahmoud said to you he wants to come with you. That's not the same as me telling you to take him.
He's gonna hold a torch for us. We need somebody to, we need to be able to see where we're gonna shoot.
I make no promises as to his safety. Okay?
Ahmed, do you know how to use a gun?
Ahmed's not going with you.
Can you wear these grenades for a second?
You get everything. Cthulhu comes, is talking with you, August, about the hieroglyphs. I would like you to give me an occult plus Cthulhu mythos roll, please.
Okay. So my occult is 54 plus 8. Well, it's a success even without the Cthulhu myth.
Excellent. You study over it. Cthulhu maybe gives you a helping hand. And you rearrange, so you cut up your rubbings, you rearrange them. And after maybe half an hour, it comes into your head and it kind of hurts as it does so. Mighty is the god whose breath brings death and whose form brings madness. Cthulhu looks at you.
Oh, you're going to have to repeat that, Marc. I'm sorry.
Mighty is the god whose breath brings death and whose form brings madness.
That sounds like I couldn't help but hear Nyarlathotep in that.
Cthulhu agrees with you. And you say you found this Where I said the entrance would be.
Maybe we need to. Maybe we need to speak his name.
I think it might be more simple than that. Repeat this phrase.
All right.
And you're not saying it in English, you're saying it, you're doing what it is in English, but you're saying it in a...
Arabic?
Not in Arabic, and he's taught you how to sound the words out as it would have been in the language there. It's not quite perfect. And it goes over with you for quite a while till it's like rammed into your head as to how to do it.
Mecca lecca hi, mecca hi ni ho.
Something like that.
Mecca lecca.
So it's the evening. Kafura's getting ready to leave. Miss Bacon, if you wish, I could take the boy. Keep him safe. Make sure he goes to the school that you wish. And Marc would, no, I'm coming with you.
I lean down to Mahmoud and say, Mahmoud, you have been the most tremendous help. It's very important that your future is as good as you deserve. I hope one day you understand this. And I stand up and say, please, take him.
Roll persuade, please.
I'm spending luck. I'm spending luck to make that a thing. So that's 22 luck I'm spending.
He spits on the floor.
Well, I spent luck!
Yeah, no? You're no friend to Mahmoud. And he turns, which is, I go with you, Doctor. You have good food? Good. And they say their goodbye and leave. Mahmoud doesn't look back.
If that's what I get with succeeding, what does a fail look like?
Was it like a different level?
You will never know what would happen if you failed.
Well, that was heartbreaking, but also certainly the right thing to do.
Well, we'll see him again, right? Like he'll be with he's going to be with Kafar.
Yeah, when they show up at this part of the cult, and he's going to be the sacrifice on the altar. I got it.
But now it's all
You all,
time for you to go over here and do something for a while. And I go into the corner and I start drinking.
and you're going to drink the whole night?
Ah,
Sorry? No more than Kathy would normally do, to be fair.
So you all get ready for the next day.
Mm-hmm.
You've arranged for the car to be there before dawn so you can get there before anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
It's a kind of van thing to get all of you in it. It's kind of truck. You get in it. It's quite cold in the morning. The wind is brusque. You're all dressed in a way that would make you look quite natural to be there. The driver, who doesn't know who you are but does work for Al-Dahabi, or with Al-Dahabi, lets you off, wishes you with luck, inshallah. That God will help you. And you make your way down. You get to where the the hieroglyphs are. And you've been practicing the whole time. And you see it, maybe you stumble on one of them. In the patch where Kathy had felt this turns transparent. You can still see the rock, but you can see through it.
Amazing. I mean, we'd never seen anything like this before.
Well, not when we've been in a legal state of mind.
I've seen this kind of thing before.
I have, like this.
The horrible
Well,
things tend to come after things like this.
Right. And then I take my gun out, and I guess we proceed inward, right?
Yep, you light your torches. It's dark inside. And you make your way in. After the last
Make
of you...
sure-
Sorry?
check and just make sure everything's loaded, we're ready to go.
Of course, yeah.
What's it look like in there, by the way? Is it all dark? Are we gonna have to light up
You've
the flashlights
you've
out?
lit your torches. It's not flashlight. Well, I mean, they did have flashlights then, but they wouldn't have had them given to you. These are torches that you set fire to.
Yeah, you need batteries for torches.
Yeah, I didn't know if that's what he meant. But, all right.
Yeah.
The walls look man-made, so chiseled stone, easily high enough for you to walk in. Square. You notice that as you're walking along, it goes down and then up and then down. Now you can see that you don't see very far with your torch. You walk that way for at least half an hour.
It's a long time underground.
And yeah, as we're going along, just to make sure that trying to be stealthy and listening and so forth through the march, just to make it stated.
And Mark, does it look like normal walls, or is there any markings on the walls as we're proceeding? And is it just one path all the way down?
At the moment, so for the beginning, you're walking. Wait a minute, half an hour is quite long. Mm-hmm. So no, let's say 15 minutes. I'm not good with time at all. Right, so you get the feeling that you're trending down the way. After the 15 minutes, there's two branches. One of them looks cut the same as the way it was there. The other one looks more rough-hewn.
Rough-hewn as in newer or older?
You can't tell.
Is there a role I can do to work it out?
I severely doubt it, no.
No, you got to remember this is a secret passage, not traveled by most people. So I would imagine, like, maybe the rougher one is like...
Looking at the ground, do we see any footprints, tracks other than ours? Okay. Get that out of the way.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. But I would imagine they excavated the rougher one, possibly.
Are there any sounds audible?
Sorry, no, none. Except your own footsteps.
Should we split the party?
Holding the torch up, do we feel a breeze going one direction or another, or is it fairly stagnant?
It's fairly stagnant.
Okay. I think we have to
Bob,
search
this is
both
more your
eventually.
area than mine. Where should we go?
Well, first thing is we don't want to split up because if something happens, you want others there. So it's about a 50-50 chance. I mean, I would say go left.
Me too. We could flip a coin.
I vote left just because somebody else said left.
Yeah, sorry, I'm having a conversation with somebody in the actual room. So.
I say we go left. How do you feel, Henry?
Henry is just blankly staring at the crossroads and clutching her pistol very tightly and a bit nervous, looking nervous.
We'll be all right. We'll be all right.
Bob will also have the shotgun out, and he will be trying to take the lead, unless somebody tries to stop him.
I think the rougher side is probably maybe older and less was possibly hidden, and they built these places to hide the bodies, or they built separate rooms to keep people from finding things. So I would imagine the rougher side is the path less traveled.
I'm not sure I understand. Why do we want to take the older one?
I think we're trying to find where they would resurrect her.
Well, I'm looking at the fact that they wouldn't be able to carry a coffin through that really easily, probably.
Wouldn't have been this entrance. This was an entrance that you knew of that was just
we're inside a sphinx. It's all quite old.
Well, either way, this is the quickest way to get further into this to take the larger path.
Well, if it starts to feel wrong, we can just come back, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
You head down the left path. This is the rough-hewn one. Yeah. You walk, and it's got the same cadence to it that the well-cut one had. You're going up and down. It's more rolling. Now, you start to see, you'd asked before about things on the wall. Give me a spot hidden, please.
Failure. Ooh, Bob succeeded.
Anyone else succeed?
I succeeded. Bob got a hard success.
Rolled on the wrong character sheet. Sorry.
I just wonder about that.
Her
see-
ghost is in one of these shotguns.
Lichen, along the walls. You see more things kind of carved into it. Obscenities. Creatures that are somewhat human, engaged in act with things that are, you're almost certain human. It looks painful. Those who succeeded their spot hidden, I would like you to give me a sanity roll, please. And Bob, just for you, you notice along the floor, there's black flowers.
I'm seeing black flowers. I'll bend down to look at one closer. The torch down. Is
They
there
are beautiful. They're jet black roses. Whoever
This can't
failed
be
their
good.
sanity, take one. Lose one sanity point, please. Thank you.
Bob will point out the black roses to the rest. And attempt to pick one.
You put your fingers on it and you take 1 point of damage, please, as the thorns that you were barely able to see slice into your finger.
Was I able to pick it?
Yes.
I've dealt with roses, not the first time he's been poked.
I'm gonna make a reference of these markings. These are like horrible. Is it bas relief or anything? Can I take another rubbing with some of the paper that I have with me? Or?
Maybe some of them will be. Not all of them. Some of them are painted on. The ones that are painted on are very crude. The other ones seem to be the ones in bas relief are when you get a straighter bit of wall. These things kind of jump out at you. You can definitely take a rubbing if you wish.
Okay, I'll do that, and I just make note of these in like my journal that just for future reference. Is this a room or is it just still?
It's still a passageway.
And we got black roses growing in the passageway, and all these markings, and does it just keep going into the darkness?
Who is taking the lead?
Bob was previously, but after he plucked the rose, he's of course going to sniff it.
It smells sweet, very sweet, almost like the sweetness of rotting fruit, but still not unpleasant.
Okay. Not what I would expect a flower to smell like.
Who's taking the lead?
And he holds it out. What does it smell like to you?
Same for everyone.
What was that?
Said it smells the same for everyone. Who's
okay.
taking the lead? Whoever's taking the lead, I want you to give me a navigation roll, please.
Bob is in the lead.
This might explain why Bob always gets holes in him, but yeah, it makes the most sense.
Something I'm actually halfway decent at, and I fail. So
It takes you another hour and a half. You go through various different so branches off. You pick them at random. Sometimes you need to come back. You run into more things like the images, maybe a statue or two. Once you even come across a pit that had Bob not been careful enough, you might all have fallen into.
So we didn't keep track of the directions that we did.
Yes, you probably did. That's why you had to double back and go. And I would presume you would. I presume you would do it, but in order to get to where you're going, instead of me narrating each bend and turn, wanted to do it this way.
Okay, fine. I get it. I was just wondering if we were trying to keep track of the way we, because this I think
you would have to, yeah, because you've noticed after that first.
In these passages, this is very foreign territory for my character, so like I think I would, as him, like be like trying to keep track of how many turns we take and things like that in a book.
Yeah, no, definitely, because you've got the thing, you were doing the thing sebastially, so you've obviously got the things there. Yeah, sorry, it would make sense. There's no way you're going to go down there in the darkness and you're going through different things. Have your eye on it. Yeah, it might be somewhat crude if you don't have cartography, but it'll be enough to get you where you want to go. You're marking it off where there's any sort of danger that you find. Where there's dead ends, but this takes quite a bit of time. I said you notice though, eventually the trend is downwards, so you're much deeper than you were at the beginning. Although it goes up and down, maybe it's through making the map that you're able to get the feel for that. And it's after that, about an hour and a half, the tunnel suddenly widens. And as your torches reach out into it, you see pillars.
Is there any illumination in that room as it widens?
Only coming from you. You can see in the tops of the pillars. I would like everyone to give me a sanity roll, please. And I'll tell you what you see.
Oh, I succeeded.
Nice. Bob, Augustus, lose. Henry, you need
succeeded.
to roll as well. Yeah, take 1 point of sanity, please.
I succeeded.
Did you succeed? Excellent. Take 1 point of sanity. Evelyn, Kathy, please both take 2. As you all come in and you look upwards, these pillars, they're dotted around the room. They are onyx black. But at the top, as you peer up towards them, about maybe 30 metres above you, it's like the roots of trees. You see them splay out from the top, and they're oozing and wriggling, moving towards each other and around each other. And you step out, you see the floor shines and sparkles. There's motes of white there, so like you don't know if it's diamond or you don't know if it's some kind of white stone. But otherwise the floor is extremely smooth. Your light pierces out, you can see, I don't know what it would be, maybe 100 feet into the... I don't know, what would it be with a torch? So with flaming torches, if you've got...
It's about 30 feet, maybe a little more.
Okay, so you would see about 30 feet, so you notice there, you see these pillars and everywhere. And you walk in.
Ladies first, and then he walks in. He offers ladies first, knowing, and then walks in. Sticking next to the wall, he just walks into the doorway and goes to the left.
The light illuminates further on, and you see that the wall, is at least as far as you can see, just carries off into the distance.
If he sticks to the wall and follows it around, would he be away from the pillar and the tentacly long root things?
No, the pillars are dotted all throughout the chamber. You can just see maybe 3 or 4 near you.
And I cannot see an end to this room in the darkness?
If you can only see 30 feet, no.
I'm just confirming.
No, I'm just saying so.
Okay, well, yeah, he will start moving forward cautiously definitely looking for anything that might spot hidden come out at him.
I would like you to give me a spot hidden,
Hi,
please.
where? And
We also do a listen.
You certainly can, yes.
that could be another thing too.
I don't think I have
Extreme
Whoa,
success.
Extreme success of the spot hidden.
I never get success on spot hidden.
And I got a hard success on my listen.
Okay. Bob, you are... We'll deal with... Okay, Bob fumbled, so we'll deal with Bob first. Oh no, we deal with the others first, because Bob will be more interesting.
If Bob's eyes fall out, like...
No, as you move in, are you all staying clumped together, or are you moving individually through the...
I was trying to move ahead of the group, hopefully making a line that they would follow or a general pass.
But did the rest of the group stick to the wall as well, or did they head in?
I think we'd all stick together. And I see Augustus kind of hanging within the group, like probably more near the back, just because he's been writing things down while people are walking forward.
Right, and Augustus and Evelyn both rolled for listen, and Kathy rolled for spot hidden with an extreme success. Augustus, Evelyn, you hear... So if you move into the left on the wall, you hear off to your right what sounds like water lapping, kind of gently. I mean, it's barely noticeable. If you weren't straining to hear, it could almost be hidden by the spit of your torches. It can't be too far away though if you hear that, or maybe it's very loud and it's extremely far away, but you don't get that feeling. Bob, Kathy. Bob is looking around, maybe a little bit blinded by blinded by his torches. He's searching for a way to follow the wall along. Kathy, you notice just at the corner of your eyes, you're looking around as well, right in front of Bob, the light not touching it. You notice that the light from his torch doesn't touch it as he steps onto a stair going down the way.
I grab Bob and just say, look.
Not quite yet, because Bob fumbled.
Oh, okay.
Bob critically fumbled.
I apologize. Go ruin Bob.
Bob, you step and your torch, the light is gone. You hear calls coming from Bell in front of you. There's things asking you to come to it, asking you to join it. You hear wails, not wails as in the mammal, wails as in...
WAIL, I got it.
Thank you. And you feel something inside you that wants to move forward. I would like you to roll luck for me. You feel a hand...
Bob has a pile of luck right now.
You feel a hand grab onto your arm. Which is your dominant arm? Hand?
Right.
Onto your left hand, and you feel something squeeze. And the bones in your left arm break. Take 3 points of damage, please.
I would... since I would have had I'm assuming that would be my hand with the torch also, just
if you
to
were
make
to,
it.
yeah, then you would drop the torch. And at that point, you feel another hand on the back of your neck pulls you out, and you see the Kathy's torchlight sputtering above you, and your arm, you look at it, and it has been crushed.
And I scream, probably breaking the silence, because that hurts.
Jesus Christ.
And he's holding his arm. Don't know what, something grabbed me in the dark. I didn't see that. Thank you. It was pulling me forward, and he's holding his hand, just barely grinding his teeth in pain and just trying to hold his arm.
Can I try and administer first aid?
Yes, please do.
Henry also rushes over to have a quick look.
Henry,
Oh,
while
hell
you're
yeah,
rushing
Dr.
over, I want
Bacon.
you to run. There you go. You can take back 1 point of hit points, and you are.
I rip off a piece of cloth from my clothes and I do it, and I basically make a weird splint thing.
Yeah, the way she fixes it alleviates the pain as well. But I would like Henry, give me a sanity roll, please. Okay.
She spits on it and rubs it clean. It should be better now.
Making saliva is pretty miraculous.
It is. We're going to bottle it and sell it. You all hear the scream, and this kind of reverberates round the room. No lights come on. Nothing seems to have noticed.
Well, at least we've learned that we're alone, at the cost of poor Bob's arm. But still, we came away from that with at least some knowledge.
Oh, we aren't alone. Something grabbed Bob. Maybe we should retreat back into the corridor.
Bob, what kind of thing? Could you describe anything about what grabbed you?
Mark, could I get an idea if it was?
You couldn't see anything. It was completely dark. Your torch wasn't even making light.
Well, let's try this. When it grabbed my arm, was it something like wrapped around the arm? Was it like a hand?
It would have felt like a hand, but a very,
Okay.
very large hand, long, bony.
Something, but it would have been like a grasp of a hand of some sort, not like a tentacle wrapping around
Yes.
and squeezing. Okay. He would describe that then to them.
So it could be a man, could be a monster.
It seems much bigger than any man I've met.
I say we move back. We move back into the corridor. Is it because there's obviously something in here?
There was no sound, by the way. His scream, when he started screaming, you did not hear it. It was only once Kathy had pulled him back that you heard his scream.
Where I was stepped through, Mark, is that still a black blob of nothing that light doesn't penetrate through?
Yes, it
Is there a
is. You
stairwell?
see, there's a stair. There's one stair that you see. You see that it's leading down, and if you move your torch, you see where it is in the wall that this thing is. It's maybe 3 meters tall, but the same wide. And but surrounding it is this black marble. It doesn't have the white flecks that it does on the floor, which is why maybe you didn't see it.
Kathy, can you... Oh, here. Kathy, can I borrow your torch?
Yes, of course.
He will not step on the stairs this time, but try to hold the torch into that darkened area.
There's nothing. Torch goes in. You can't hear it spit or anything. You can't see the light of it.
But I can see clearly that it's still in my hand, and then I pull it back out.
Yes, and the light is still there.
That's fucking weird. And he hands the torch back to Kathy.
I'm not making you
Can't
roll
tell.
sanity for it, because otherwise you're going to be rolling sanity all night.
Bob will take the major hit. He just wanted to make sure there was nothing visible in there. So
So what do you guys think? Do you think we should go back and take the right path? Do you think, I don't know, it's safe to settle here? We've been an hour and a half in.
to be honest, I'm not even sure if I could get back.
We came here to do something. We should get on with it. We should keep going.
This room has a feeling of something important. Is the large pillars, the marble floor and stuff. It's I don't think you would turn away from it without at least investigating some more. You might want to be cautious, but
Yeah. Bob is going to definitely... We need to keep moving forward and see what's here. There's something obviously here.
Yeah, okay.
We got to get across the room then, or find... We just need to be more careful.
Is the room really open up into a large space? Can we all like kind of separate 5 feet from each other and carrying torches so like we have a larger
Yes, you
light?
could, but you are then the pillars will come between you.
That's okay.
Okay.
Is it? We'll find out, won't we?
I mean, I was thinking like we're gonna have to go around each pillar then. So
So you'd say do you spread out, and you
Do you wanna
notice where
go
the
walk-
wall is.
okay. I committed us.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
As you move forward, your light the way it is now spread out. You probably had a spare torch, so I don't know if you would want to be holding the torch, Bob, or your gun.
I
but
would
you
be
wouldn't between
holding-
the other one.
I'll figure out how to tie a torch to my hand.
No, they're heavy.
No. I can't become the Statue of Liberty. Okay.
No, that'd be funny though.
All right,
After-
he would stay in the middle of the group so he has light on each side then, but towards the
Okay.
center, towards the front, yeah. So
So with one of you sticking near the wall, the others moving out a little bit, the light pen would be 10 foot 30 feet with other things. So that's you're getting a lot more of the room. After a few moments, you notice where you'd heard the sound, the water coming from. For a second, you don't, it doesn't make sense because it looks like the water, which is completely black, is still. Then you hear the tiny bit of lapping, you see something move in it. And then beyond it, there are stairs leading up, and you see an altar. Beyond the altar, a massive green double throne.
What is that stuff? It looks oily.
Do you go close to it?
No.
As your light begins to illuminate, you can see it's wait a minute till I get the dimensions right. Ba-da-bum-bum. You can see it's about 75 feet across, 23 meters. And you see a couple of piles of bodies inside it with the water just lapping at it. And you see something that looks like leeches crawling out over onto the bodies. And they raise their heads at you. And in the light, you think they are smiling at you, maybe.
Everything about this is terrible.
Agreed.
When you talk, it doesn't echo. Bob's scream did. But the room's so large that smaller noises don't seem to travel as well, they get smothered. A few meters beyond the pool with the
Sergeant.
leeches, you see the stairs leading up to the altar and the what looks like thrones.
I head up towards the altar, up the stairs. I don't want to stray too far from the group, but if I get a chance, that's where I'd like to head.
You head up. The stairs are along the sides. You see more things carved into them. More of the images you saw on the wall before, but this time they look much more alive. They look as if they're moving. You know they're not. It's a trick of the light or something.
going to be
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was just gonna say I was looking to make sure he's being covered and being aware of
Yeah.
anything that would move towards him.
Yeah, I'm taking it. You're all-
Gun up and ready. That's
Yeah.
basically what I'm saying.
Yeah. You walk up. You see as you walk up that off to your right, left from the if you were facing away from the altar, a bridge carries off into the to the side. You see light bouncing off something back there. Behind the thrones, you see another black emptiness. Ma-
And the sound is really odd. Like everything is muffled and not carrying.
Yes. Sorry, talk amongst yourselves.
So what is our ultimate goal here?
We are
Well-
looking to find the body, aren't we?
Yes, what's on the altar? That would be the key.
That's what I was curious about. If there was going to be a body on the altar, or there was a body in the throne, because we need to find the body and cut it up.
Have
Yeah,
you seen
take
this
it.
kind of design of throne before?
I do not know.
I say we get to the body, cut it off, and run. There's no point sticking around. This place feels like it's about to do something terrible to us, and I don't want to stick around.
On the altar, there's a mummified body lying on it, with the crown and the necklace both laid upon it.
How far away from the altar is the thrones?
Wait, I'll tell you, the throne, not far beyond. It's a hideous double throne of vile green. You see, the stone looks like it's sweating, and it's carved with, again, like the room, like the hallway originally. These unspeakable acts where it looks like humans are being tortured and ripped apart and defiled. There's the things that when you look at it, your eye kind of glances away from it. There are also, well, you would notice as you're looking at it, you've come up to the altar, you want to look at the throne, you see some hieroglyphs as well.
Can anyone think of any reason why I shouldn't just grab these two things and then we cut off a bit of this body and then run out of here immediately?
Definitely. Bob's up. He should just hack off part of the body as we're here.
All right, I'm going to use a piece of cloth from my clothes to pick up the crown and the necklace whilst waiting for someone else to do the dirty work of cutting the part of the body.
Bob will move closer, drawing the sword with his good arm.
It glints in the light of the torches.
Take a hand.
Yeah, I was gonna fingers, hands, anything. First, start with an arm, the hand. Just
So you're chopping it up
You know.
completely?
Hey, we could get ahead the first time in this investigation.
what was that?
Are you chopping it up completely, or what's going on?
I'm attempting to sever the hand from the body.
I'd say we take a couple pieces.
I'm going to do more than one if I get the opportunity, but let's see what happens after the first hit.
It slices into it, and you hear almost like a sizzling, a searing of flesh.
Does it cut through? Or do you need me to roll?
No, it cuts through. That's no problem. You've got a magic fucking sword, man, that's cutting through.
Okay,
You
didn't
can
know.
slice bacon if you want with it.
No, Kathy's a friend.
Thank you, I like that.
But yeah, he will cut the arm, try to cut hands off, both of them, and then he's going to sever the head if he can.
You're able
Given
to
the-
do all of that.
I take one of the hands and put it in, like, I guess my bag. I guess if we all take a part, then
And offer to anybody want another part, and just feet. He figures that way we can cut.
I'll take a finger.
Not a finger.
You have a hand. We'll take the fingers separately later. We'll separate
All right,
them
I'll take a
later.
hand.
Feet, so we can separate the toes later.
Okay, while he's chopping up the bodies, anyone else doing anything?
I'm gonna take one of those hands, but I'm gonna keep watch.
Uh,
And we all see the problem is that we were on the altar, and I was getting hieroglyphs. I guess Bob.
The
did as
hieroglyphs
well.
are at the hieroglyphs aren't on the altar. The hieroglyphs are on the throne.
Oh, okay. Because I want to take some of that info too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting for the first.
hieroglyph roll, please.
I'll just be waiting for the first chance to start making my way to the exit.
I fail.
Shit's about to go down.
Would you like to spend? Oh God, no! You're not spending that much luck. Would you like to push the roll, although pushing it? What would be the bad thing about it? Well, you can destroy it.
If they're at their relief,
You can take a rubbing, absolutely no problem.
I guess while Bob's doing his grisly work of hacking up the body, I'll take some of the hieroglyphs and try to take rubbings of them to take evidence with me to study later, so I can decipher it later or take it back to Kafori.
Well, as I'm chopping up the body, I got some questions about this. I got ichor? Do I have blood? Is it dry?
It's dry.
Dust? Okay.
But I think Kathy's on the right page by taking the items too, because if these are the items we're believing that this is real.
I mean, if we go on like this, we could do the ritual ourselves.
Henry, what bit? Sorry, I wasn't looking at the cameras. What was the last bit that you saw? Were you up at the altar, or did you head off before that? There. Are you still here?
Trying to find his mute button, I think.
Have you tried up your ass? Are you there? Chris,
I'm here.
could you answer me?
Sorry, I didn't know who was.
I said Henry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just didn't
That's
hear.
all right.
It was like everyone was kind of talking over.
It's okay.
And I didn't hear the name.
Well,
so.
it's all right. What was the last bit that you got? Because I wasn't looking at the cameras at the time. Did you come up to? Were you there when they went up to the altar and found the body? Or?
The body's been chopped up. They're taking the body bits.
No, but I'm wondering what you saw before. What did you see before? Were you there when they went up to the altar? Did you see the bridge? Did you see something hit off the light on the other side?
No.
That's what I was wondering, sorry. So as you all came up, you were able to see going off to your right, there was a bridge coming away from where the altar and the thrones are. And light is hitting off some object at the end there. August took a rubbing from the what you call it? The
hieroglyphs.
Thank you.
Henry is probably drawn to basically just the grandness of this room and probably that light, maybe, and feels a bit of an urge to investigate.
So you're wanting to walk off towards the thing? I mean, staying obviously within sight of the others, because one person's chopping up a body with a sword and everyone else is just kind of standing around looking at them.
She would like to basically stay close enough to be able to get back to the group, but possibly like sneak towards the light to see what's going on.
It's not really. It's the light coming off your torches hitting off something. You move closer, and you're able to then get a better view of it. It's a stele, like out at the front of the. I think stele is how you pronounce it. So the kind of obelisks, the out front of the. Sphinx. It looks like almost the same as it. As you get closer, you see as well that there's more hieroglyphs there.
There's more hieroglyphs?
Yes, along the base of it.
Henry kind of makes a bit of a clicking noise towards August. August.
What did you find?
Come over here.
Okay. I go to I'm gonna stealth to him.
Okay, you stealth over to him. We get
Yeah.
While Bob's doing the body, you've taken the rubbing from the hieroglyphs there. You see the like I said, the stone seems wet, like a skin or something. It's not when you touch it, it's stone, but it's what it seems like. The thrones looks built for human size for two people. As you get along towards Henry, you see, as Henry did, the kind of stele with the the hieroglyphs along the bottom, and you instantly recognise them as the same as what you used to get in here.
It might be the same phrasing. There might be something over here that we can activate. It seems to be the same line. I don't know, verse, I should say. Why don't we wait on this until they get done with the dirty work of retrieving the queen's body?
I mean, it doesn't take too long. I think if you want to carry out all the body, you're going to be a bit have a couple of problems. But you can definitely take bits of it with you. So Bob,
Okay,
you're done with the cutting. What are you all going to do now? Do you all go over to August and Henry, or?
Bag it up and come on. We got what we wanted. Let's get going.
All right, let's get out of here. Follow.
There's some markings over here that are the same as the doorway that we came in on it.
Unless it's a quicker way out, let's hurry.
I hold my hand out in front of the wall and walk across. Do I feel anything?
You're walking across a bridge now. There's nothing on the side.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just keep going. Yeah.
So you walk along to the stele as well?
Yeah.
I would like everyone to give me a listen roll, please.
Success. 11 under 20. I'm on
failed.
fire today.
Evelyn, Kathy, Henry, did you roll? Evelyn, Kathy, you hear voices coming from where you came from, speaking very quickly in Arabic.
Coming from behind us, from where we just came
Yes.
from. I can hear voices.
You want to hurry out towards the voices?
away from the voices. They're behind us.
Where's the other way out?
Is there another way out? I checked that passageway and I say the phrase.
You say the phrase.
I knew this was coming.
Of course. I had to force you to do it somehow. I mean, there was
What
other
did
ways
you?
out.
What are you going to do? What are you doing,
Other ways
Keeper?
out. I'm not doing anything. I'm giving you a nice narrative to your
Okay,
story.
how about this? Before I
He's
say
giving
the
a
phrase,
story.
I'm kind of confused of what I'm looking at. What is it?
A stele. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Because if it's like a big, like, monstrosity leech or
No,
something,
not at all. Okay, it's not. It's not what I thought it was.
and activate it like a thing or something.
Yeah, it's not what I thought it was. So I've been describing it incorrectly. So fuck me. But it's no. It's nothing. It's got the what do you call it on it? The boom, boom, boom. Yeah. It's got the hieroglyphs on it, and that's how you're able to read it. And that would have been very similar to what you had outside. That's my fault.
Oh, okay. So it's just kind of like a plaque.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
But big, like
large.
like as tall as you.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys think? I'm gonna say it because I already said I said it.
Yeah.
I think we need to leave. I can hear people coming.
I'm just gonna say it right over the top of everybody indecisively saying stuff.
I'm
You're
being
all
decisive. I'm
under-
saying we got to go.
You all find yourself under an asymmetrical arch.
What?
You see in front of you more pillars. These ones don't go quite so high. They're about maybe 6 feet, so 2 meters roughly. Each one has a gem that glints in the torchlight above it. Bob, I'd like you to give me an idea roll, please. An int roll.
A what roll?
Int.
Intelligence. Okay.
Yes, please. You see beyond these pillars another throne. This one much more gravitas. Bob, you remember the description from a book you read? It was kind of a boring book, Life as a God. But it did say something about a throne room with some kind of gems and something about setting them on fire.
Did it say anything about sitting on the throne and becoming a god? You can't remember that, does
Not
he?
as far as you remember, no. The throne rises above the on its own dais.
I think I read that in one of those books we read on the ship on the way over here. Oh, that was boring.
You can see it's encrusted with precious stones, made as well as black marble.
I know you kid, August, but I will kill you. So what
I
do we
don't
do?
think I would. I don't think I would have brought that book with me.
Behind the throne, you can see more bas-reliefs. They look not quite Egyptian, maybe partially. If you what? Sorry.
An occult roll to see.
You
I said, can I
give
do an
me.
occult roll? Do I recognize any?
You can. You give me a wee second. I'll finish describing the room and then.
Okay, sorry. I didn't
No,
know.
it's all right. No, because it'll be occult and the mythos again. For that. To your left, there's a wall that is covered in stars. Do any of you have astronomy?
Yes,
Right. How high is your astronomy?
11.
All the way up.
You recognise a couple of the stars, Fomalhaut, Aldebaran, but the others are all, there's too many of them. You don't know. We'll come back. You can do another Cthulhu Mythos roll there with your astronomy if you want. And on the right of the throne, you see a map, and it's distorted. I'll share an image of it with you in a minute. You don't see any. I'm sorry. So it's carved into the wall, and you see Eurasia, Africa, Australia, and the Western Pacific. Sorry, I'm reading this because I can't remember. You can tell by the mountains, rivers, and continental outlines. They're all easily recognisable, but you don't see any cities or any man-made things. There's 3 uncut rubies in this wall. Anyone good with geography or navigation?
No, I have a driver for all that.
Navigation, I'm not too bad. Navigate, I should say.
How much?
50.
Yeah, that's fine. You know, you're able to tell just by looking at it for a moment that one of the gems is somewhere in China, one in central Kenya, and one in Western Australia.
I will point this out to the rest of the group.
There's more arcane symbols around it, and whoever would like, let's start with Augustus, since he was looking first. What was the part you were looking at first, Augustus? The bas-reliefs behind the throne.
I thought I was looking at the astronomy.
No, we said the stuff behind the throne first, but if you want to do the astronomy first, anyone can roll astronomy and mythos.
I was gonna say whatever's easiest, whatever you got right there.
They're all easiest. They've all got good information. So
I do have a general question.
Yeah.
These rubies that are in the map, do they resemble when we were research? Would I recognize them from researching the spell before in the museum?
No, these are just the very well cut rubies. Probably worth quite a bit.
That was going to be phase 2.
So who's going to roll for what? What do you all want to know being in this room?
How to get out of this room?
At the moment you see no exit, you can go and search for one.
I'm
Who's
going to be looking
looking
for an exit.
Who's looking at something? You're looking for an exit as well. Who's looking at something else and not for an exit?
If I look back, can we get any sense of is the other room still physically there that we could go back to?
There is nothing there.
So
There's
we're no
just
longer
the-
being
the
pursued.
archway, you're no longer being pursued.
So we teleported basically. We
Yes.
just kind of become part of a different. So that's crazy. And then what is in this room? Can I have a brief description? We have a throne, a large throne.
You've got the large throne with the jewels. It's ornate. In front of the throne are these, I think, 6 pillars with the gems on top of them.
Okay.
The wall to the left is the star map that you partially recognise. Behind the throne, there are images in bas relief, which there'll be information you can get with Cthulhu mythos and hieroglyphs.
Okay.
On the right, you see this map that's carved into. Is it in gold or? You can get someone can give me an appraise archaeology on it if they wish, but they see the distorted map carved onto the wall with these 3 stones in it.
And that's the map with the rubies in them.
Yes, exactly.
So, I guess you want me just to go first, like because we have to do like an archaeology on the map to appraise it too, or an archaeologist. So,
Well, no, you can appraise it. That's different. That's fine. You can do that. You can get information by doing that. Just tell me what you want to roll. There's things inscribed in there which look like arcane symbols to you, but you'd need to get closer to study it.
okay,
So Evelyn and Bob are looking for an exit. Who else is doing what?
I wasn't looking for an exit. I was just
Sorry,
looking
sorry.
to see whether the people were still following us.
Okay, no, the archways there is uneven, so not symmetrical, but otherwise it's just the sandstone wall to go through it.
Is there anything in the room that we may have missed?
Well, okay, you would need to look at the things in detail to see more. But these are the things that kind of jump out at you. The floor of the room again is this black marble, but the flecks in it. You can give me a power roll if you want. An extreme success. Henry, you move forward a little bit into the room. There, you peer down at the floor, maybe rub your hand across it. And whenever your fingers touch on one of these, the white sparks, something, you get a feeling very quickly of fear and horror. And I want you to roll sanity, please. It feels like people, like there's personalities behind this as you pass your sanity with 45 under 46.
Come again? It feels like there's personalities.
And these little, every time your finger goes over one of these white sparks, it's like there's a person somehow behind it or within it. And it's just fear, terror, insanity. It's just a fleeting thought. It kind of stays with you as you stand up with your torch in your hand.
Do I feel anything else, like an urge or something?
No urges or anything like that, no.
Henry would like to move closer to the like throne and have a look at it.
Okay, so on the throne itself, so you see again it's the black obsidian. It's encrusted with precious stones. You run your finger across it and it just feels smoother than anything else you've ever touched. It's beautiful. You're not sure how comfortable it would be, but
Are we having any luck finding an exit?
Yeah, I was going to ask.
you're not having luck finding an exit. This is
All
from
right.
the book. I am not changing anything about this fucking room.
Okay, so we've got a couple things to explore and look at here. We've got, like, obviously Henry's looking at the throne. Well, let's take a look at this map and the bas relief in the back of the room, and we also have the stars. So I wouldn't mind taking a check on those. Just kind of like cycling through each one of them really fast to take it in.
Yep, please do. What would you like to start with? And anyone who wants to roll can roll for any of these things.
Let's start with the map.
Right.
Let's look at this map, and we can see that there's locations on it that are marked with rubies, and it's a. I just want to kind of. You said appraise or archaeology on it. I'm going to do
To get some information on it, you can do that, but I would also like a Cthulhu Mythos roll if you're anywhere close to the map.
Okay, so archaeology roll and a Cthulhu Mythos roll.
Mm-hmm. Or appraise would work as well, or even arts and crafts with carving or stonemasonry.
Can I push luck on that Cthulhu Mythos? Or is that a bad thing?
Well, I mean, bad. Define bad.
Will it hurt?
It will not hurt for you to do it. I will not take any sanity from you.
Okay, I'm going to push on that Cthulhu roll.
Right, so you're going to spend the 4 luck, or you want to push it? If you push it, something's bad if it goes wrong.
Oh,
if you want to spend the 4 luck.
Yeah, I'll spend I'm sorry, wrong.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
You concentrate on it more. You push. You maybe touch your fingers to it. The old ones shall come hence. All shall tremble before their awful might. And you don't read that, you feel that in your mind.
Mm.
The old ones shall come hence, and all shall tremble before their awful might.
Okay. Does it kind of remind me of the top hat guy? Okay, I'm gonna do my archaeology roll.
Yep.
Oh, a fail. That's something I'm good at.
Anyone else want to try archaeology?
My 1 in archaeology won't really be helpful.
You never know. We already had a 1 under 3, so... If not, what would you like to move on to next? As you take 10-15 minutes poring over this map, maybe touching at the gems, they really are beautiful. It's, anyone that want can give me an intelligence roll regarding the map as well.
Hard success.
It's kind of obvious with the the fact that it's 3, but they seem to make some kind of triangle. As I said, Bob would have told you where these things are. With China, Africa, and Australia.
Is there any marking at the center of this triangle it seems to make?
None.
Okay.
Are the gems similar to the ones on the pillar?
No, completely different. The ones on the pillar are not anything you've ever really come across before. If you want to look at them more closely, you can. What is the next thing you would all like to look at? The carvings behind the throne, the astronomy wall.
I'll take a shot at the astronomy, but my astronomy is bad.
Astronomy plus Cthulhu Mythos, please.
Like both of them together, or
Yep,
both of them?
both of them together. No, so astronomy with your Cthulhu Mythos to it.
Okay.
So that would have been 19.
So I'd made a success on the astronomy.
Yeah, so that's astronomy Cthulhu Mythos.
Which is amazing because I'm really bad at astronomy.
It is indeed. You look at it and your mind kind of glosses over as you're staring at it. You see the stars that you recognise and the others that you don't. And it comes to your mind exactly what this is. You see the stars moving your head slowly, glacially. It takes thousands of years for the stars to move. And you see them coalesce, and very firmly in your mind, You get the date of January 14th, 1926. You know for a fact that this is how the stars will be on that day. I'd like you to roll sanity, please.
1946,
Yep.
and I succeed.
Take 1 point of sanity from your permanent sanity and increase your mythos by 1, please.
Oh wow.
The rest of you might see August lose himself for a moment or two, but August, for you, it felt like forever.
August, snap out of it. What just happened?
I just saw the stars move like I was traveling in time, and it all comes back to January 14th, 1946.
26.
1926?
Yeah, sorry, 26.
Oh, that's fine. 1926? Next year? We're in 25, right?
Yes.
Next year, I see a date with the way the stars are aligned that all point to January 14th, 1960. Maybe something significant happens in here because they're also saying that the old ones shall come hence.
The old ones. What does that mean? Who are the old ones?
Maybe it's what Elias warned us of.
Oh.
There's something larger afoot.
Well,
That
they're
they're
just
not
the
dead.
things you get rid of when you get the new ones, right?
Well, I guess we should really look at. It's better we know about it rather than start swearing and crying. Just another terrible thing for us to
Well,
stop
if we
at some
start to
point.
take in what's in the room, we have a map with 3 points on it, with 3 gems and a triangle. We have a date from the stars, and we have a message saying that the old ones shall come hence.
And you still
all-
have the bas-relief behind the throne you still need to look at. For that, I want hieroglyphs with mythos, please.
I guess I'm up again. So,
Sorry, I can't read hieroglyphs.
Yeah, I don't have a hieroglyph skill, so it is all on you. Thank you for.
well, that's not happening. I fail. 86 over 25, and I don't even have enough luck to get there.
Would you like to push it?
What do you guys think? Should I try to?
I mean,
push?
we're just here. You could always just try it again.
I mean,
There's
we
nothing
can
like
always-
forcing you to.
Could you take us tracing and we could try it again safe in a
You
safer place?
certainly can do that, yes.
Because I want to take a tracing of the hieroglyphs, and I also want to take the map. I want those locations. Or is it just so we would recognize those locations?
You would recognise those locations. You can maybe, if you want, sketch out something showing a little bit closer where they are, because there's no man-made things near it. But you do get the things from the mountains or whatever else. Bob might be able to help you find the actual places after a bit of further study. But yeah, you can push that roll, or you can take Robbie.
We're gonna write it down. We're gonna take a tracing of it. So we just
Yep.
start taking a tracing, but then I'm gonna push it, which I don't know what that means negatively.
Well, he'll let you know what'll happen if you fail on the second attempt.
Hey, whatever happened to those bonus die?
You've still got some.
Yeah, I think we're doing that. What does that bonus die mean to hieroglyphs?
It will give you an extra 10% per bonus die. Yeah, so you would have
10 bonus die?
45 plus 9, so that's 54 you would need to beat.
54. Let's do it.
But we could say, there you go.
Oh, I got a hard success without even the bonus wrapped in there.
Boom, boom.
Everyone else is still looking through things, checking out. I'm not. I'll come back to Henry.
I'm very
and
glad
Devlin in a
Max Wood
second.
isn't here right now. I'm very, very glad he's not here.
I know, because I had something planned for Mac Mood and you ruined it.
He
You are
may hate me,
going-
but he'll be alive.
You're going over it, and you are able to work this out. They're telling a story. They're telling of a birth, a coming birth. There's something to do with Nyarlathotep, the child of Nyarlathotep within the mountain of the Black Wind. It looks
Birth
like
in the mountain of the black wind
to be in about 2 months.
in Nairobi.
Near,
That's where the
near
mountain-
Nairobi, yeah.
Yep, that's where the mountain of the black wind is. Oh God, I got it.
The Nyarlathotep spawn. I'd like you to roll sanity for me, please.
Fail.
Roll 1d4,
Spiraling
please.
down.
Hmm?
Roll
What was
1d4.
Two.
Take 2 from your permanent sanity, add 2 to your Cthulhu mythos.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting chipped away at.
Is anyone else doing anything with the throne or the pillars or the gems?
I'll have a look at the gems. I'll have a nosy. I don't really know anything about gems or anything.
Give me a luck roll, please.
Oh, I'm on fire tonight.
You notice as you're peering at the gem, your torch gets closer to it. The gem starts to give off a different light.
Okay, don't go on fire like that.
August, get over here. Look at this. And I wave the torch around the gem and show it's different colours. Isn't this pretty? Can we take this with us?
Are you trying to? You want to steal the gem? We don't even know where we are.
Henry, you were looking at the throne. Is there anything you're wanting to do?
I'd already gone to the maps, or
Yeah,
was I?
the room's not all that big. You were over looking at the map. I mean, if you want to re-evaluate any of these, you can, but I think you've got most of the information out of them so far.
Yeah, no, I think Henry's pretty good.
So you're looking for a way out as well,
Yeah.
right? Anyone else
Have
want
you
to do
guys-
anything?
Bob will wander over to the map.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look. When they shine the light near it, does it give any sort of do you see anything on the map to start with? Other than just the red glow, does it light up any?
No, you see, like I said, the map is very crudely carved out, but it does have the major geological
Okay.
things for it. It's on the stones. There's nothing really special about it, and the carving at the bottom.
Okay. Bob will pull out a knife.
Mm-hmm.
Think we can get these out of here?
Is that a good idea?
Is being in here a good idea?
Well, no, but we are. But do we want to make it worse? We're kind of until we can find a way out of here. Let's not do anything that might make the ceiling collapse.
The pillar? Never mind. Okay. But what can we do? I don't see anything. I have not felt any
As you say that,
sensations.
But
Evelyn,
Bob, we're learning so many things here. We've learned a lot.
you hear a very slow clap. And your eyes are drawn to the throne. I would like you all to roll sanity, please.
Can we
Success.
resist looking?
Fail by 2.
Kathy, you lose 1 sanity.
That was so close to a fumble for me.
If that's what you get for succeeding, I don't want to see what a failure is.
Well, I'm about to.
Everyone else, oh sorry, no, I won't do everyone else because that is a high one. Evelyn, you lose 6 sanity and you get a bout of things. Another 6 for who was next? Augustus. Bob loses 1. Henry loses 5.
So is everyone temporarily insane except for Kathy?
We'll get to that after this takes precedence. The slow clap coming from the throne. And you look to it and you see switching between. No, not switching between. You see somewhat larger than a man. So maybe in stories would be a giant, but not too big. On the throne, both feet planted on the ground, long curved beard down from his chin. You see the air boiling to his left and his right. As Nyarlathotep smiles at you.
Hello again.
So wonderful to see
Who
you.
the fuck is that? I've never
That's
seen him.
Nyarlathotep.
I guess I'm going crazy.
Please mind your language, Mr. Robinson.
Oh, fuck you.
Mm.
What do you want?
You shall be quiet, Miss Bacon, until I ask you a question. Augustus, I know you have met a form of me before, but never me. Tell me, what do you want more than anything else in the world? What is your heart's desire?
I don't know.
Think about it. Anything at all. And you, Miss Evelyn, was it? What is your greatest desire?
I may also have to think about that for a moment.
Don't take too long.
I want...
You're the newest to this group, aren't you, Henrietta? What was it you would like? Were you to be granted whichever you wish?
She stares at him for a moment and says, I think what I want is something that you could not give me.
Try me.
Revenge?
Upon whom?
I think you may know.
I have no idea. Things must be spoken for me to give them shape.
Among people who are doing your bidding, which means theoretically you.
Not my bidding. You're talking of the bloody tongue. That is a somewhat distasteful aspect of myself.
Fuck you. Potato, potato. It's the
Don't
same.
you dare speak to me like that.
It's
Now,
okay.
Bob,
She's only speaking to you like that because she doesn't respect you.
Bob, what would you like?
World dominance, but
And Kathy,
that sounds like a.
you, my dear, who has known me the
You
longest
don't really want
from
to
your
ask
friends.
what I want.
I
You wouldn't be able to
do.
handle it.
I wish to know. Tell me.
You wouldn't be able to handle it.
Tell me.
I want everyone to be safe from you.
That is not so much to ask. Now, those of you who have had time to think. August, Henry, what would you like? Not what, like, what do you need? What do you want? What can I do to change your life?
Well, I would love to be enlightened or to know things.
August, don't play his fucking game.
Be silent.
Listen, you cannot give
Your
us...
mouth closes over. Try not to be so rude, Henrietta. You'll get your turn to speak.
Oh, big scary god. Can't handle words from mortals.
Your mouth closes over.
That doesn't stop Kathy from just still trying to talk, just being like...
No sound comes out of Kathy's mouth now, and she starts to struggle to breathe. Do not be rude, Miss Bacon. Evelyn, I'm so sorry. Just get back to you.
I'm sorry, I'm a little bit distracted. Can you... My friend's having trouble breathing? Can we...
If she promises to be quiet, yes.
I can't make a promise on her behalf, but it doesn't need to asphyxiate her.
Make the promise on her behalf.
Can I promise that Kathy will be quiet? No, I
Well, then let her
absolutely cannot.
deal with her own errors then. What do you wish for?
I thought about a couple of things. I think the capacity to understand more properly without it negatively affecting me.
Ah, someone who has heard tales of the monkey's paw.
The what?
Never mind, dear. Maybe it's some of the knowledge that I could give you. Kathy, you can breathe again. Your mouths are no longer completely closed. Now, I will open a door, and if you wish those things that you wanted, Bob, word domination, I understand that completely. Kathy, keeping everyone safe is well within my power. Knowledge, oh, knowledge. I have such knowledge to share with you both. I would even extend the no harm coming to you that Evelyn asked for, Augustus. And revenge, sweet revenge, Henrietta. I would help you tear the tongue from the bloody tongue, an aspect which I do not need to have. I do not need to deal with. A doorway opens. A door, mahogany, a brass handle. If you but walk through there, you will get your heart's desire.
Bob makes no move towards it and just kind of looks disdain at him.
You do this and leave. You get this if you leave me to my machinations. I'm not here to destroy the world. Not even particularly rule it. I have no wish to end humanity. They're so fascinating.
And what do you want?
That is a very good question. I want many
Does it
things.
get a very good answer?
That depends, Miss Bacon. I do want power, yes. I want control. I want to see my child take its first steps. I want all of you safe in the knowledge that I will do what is best for your kind. That I, unlike other aspects of myself, will sit astride the world as a benevolent dictator. They will love me. You will love me. But for that to happen, certain things must come to pass. And I do not want you getting in the way. If you accept my deal, you will have happiness, contentment. You will have excitement if you wish. You will have all the knowledge of the stars. What do you say?
No.
No, because I didn't earn it.
But all the hard work you've put in, Bob.
No, not to be given something like this. That's not right.
What about the rest of you?
No.
You have already answered. You may not answer for others, Miss Bacon.
No, I'm answering for myself as many times as I can. No, 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 no.
I have no interest once you've said no. Everyone else.
What are the options again? Either you grant us the power and we walk away from you, and if we say no, what happens here?
I will be very upset with you.
She smiles. So my wish, and actually the only wish I have, is to end you. Aspects left and right, I don't care. You're still one and the same somewhere. And I'll make sure you don't get what you want. That's my only wish.
Oh, little human, little mortal, there is nothing you could do to end me, to end any of the elder gods. It is a fantasy which you can cling to until your death very happily. Augustus, Evelyn, your choice.
Augustus is painfully aware this is probably what happened to the other group that came in here and changed after they left. So He's going to be a no.
Evelyn?
I can't in all conscience, but it wouldn't be right. It's the wrong
You
way to
say
obtain
no to
that.
me with your weak little lives. You're nothing, all of you're nothing, you're but specks. You want to see what happened to others who wanted to be heroes, and in front of you shimmers what looks like a vision of something. And you see lots of people, most of them African, walking around. You see the expedition. You see Carlisle. You see Hypatia Masters. They're walking. You hear them talking about things they're finding, what they're going to do. This carries on for a few seconds. And then something very familiar to Bob appears in their midst. Two hunting horrors lash out and rip everyone there to pieces. Everyone roll sanity, please.
Fail.
Bob made a sanity roll. Wow.
Right.
Success.
So for those that fail, you lose 5 points of damage. Sanity.
Now we're insane.
For those of you who pass, you lose 3 points of sanity.
How much sanity am I losing? 5.
Did you pass or fail?
I failed.
Then
Miserably.
it's 5. You have said no to me. You have defied me. You have went around, running around your little planet, trying to fix things that should not be fixed. You could have had everything you ever wanted. But alas, you take this and you go, run away, see what becomes of you. You hear a creaking from behind you. You may leave, but know this. I will take great pleasure at everything that befalls you.
Okay, fair enough. Bye-bye.
How much sanity have you just lost, Kathy? Because you do not say that. In total,
just
how much
lost-
sanity have you lost?
I just lost 5 sanity.
And
in the
before?
last roll. Like 1.
And before that, because we came in,
I passed.
right? Because we had you only lost the one, so you lost. No, boom.
I've lost 6 since I got here.
Yeah, so you lost 1, 6. Before that was more rolls. You've lost more sanity today already. But anyway, 5 is enough to put you into a. You actually lose control of your character when you lose 5.
Oh, okay.
You definitely do not. As much as Kathy might want to be
Can I
cheeky and
say
everything else. No,
instead?
no, you don't. You stand there, Kathy, and you look at him and you begin to weep. And you weep and you begin to rub at your eyes. And you rub until they're raw and blood starts to fall down with the tears. And then he claps his hands and you all fall backwards out of the door onto the sand, the sun raining down on you. And you're outside of the Sphinx. And that's where we'll leave it.
Just out of curiosity, which end?
Huh? Right. That's where we'll leave it now. Egypt is done. We'll get around to working out what all of your temporary insanities are.
So we thwarted the resurrection.
You thwarted the resurrection. I will get back to you with all of the sanity wins and stuff after.
Yeah, because I lost 11 sanity
Yeah, you're going to be fucked.
for a while. But we do have rubbings of all the hieroglyphs. Like we
Of
have
course,
the map.
you got them. You got them all. You got the map from there. You took down the stuff that you need for where the things are on the map.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that we got
Yeah.
everything. Just being thorough, even though I'm crazy.
No, it's okay. That'll do you well.
I lost like 8 today.
Yep. Things are going to go a little bit crazy next time.
I gained a lot
no.
of.
Michelle, sorry, but the thing is, when you're losing the sanity, you actually do lose complete control of your character. I take control of it for those things.
Michelle is
Is she gone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Read the
She said
other
no. She
chat.
said she was going to, but last time I looked at the map, the thing, she was there. Anyway, we're going to say goodbye and say goodnight because it's 20 to 1 in the morning.
Good night. Goodbye.
So we'll start with you saying okay. Just saying goodbye. Right.
Bye.
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 A wonderful night.
We lost Marc right away too. He left. He takes off. Hey, goodbye.